Well, indeed, it is a large-scale attack that hit Ukraine last night. It was a combined, hybrid attack of missiles and drones. And you've mentioned the city of Kharkiv was heavily hit last night. Several ballistic missiles, according to Mayor Igor Terehov, struck this city, mainly the energy infrastructure that was hit once again, and not just in Kharkiv, but also in Kremenchuk, in Dnipro, and in Kryvyi, and you had mentioned it. Kryvyi was already struck yesterday by a missile which killed one person, injured another dozen people there. And the Minister of Energy, Herman Halushenko, already talked this morning about yet another attack against the energy infrastructure. He also said that there would be across the country major power cuts installed so as to prevent the energy system to collapse, an energy system that has already been heavily hit after successive attacks launched by Russia the past months, the past weeks. So it's a very difficult Christmas morning here for Ukrainians.
Indeed, we can hear the church bells ringing in the background there, Emmanuelle. But you've just come back from the Donetsk and the Dnipro regions. What's the situation there, both in terms of military and life for residents?
Well, the situation is very difficult on the eastern front line. We know that Russians keep on advancing towards the Pokrovsk sector, and I was there at the rear of that region in Donetsk, of that area, and you can see that there are still thousands of civilians who are trapped in the war zone. It is estimated that over 50,000 civilians are still living there, so they are exposed to continuous shelling, to bombing. They are really there. You know, they have no electricity, no running water, no heating. It's very cold right now in Ukraine. I was in a transit center at the rear of that area where you can see people arriving every day. It's usually elderly people, people who never thought they would leave their home one day, and simply people who don't know where to go. They don't have the financial means to resettle, and that's often why they stay so long. Also because some of the elderly people I talked to who are there, they've lived all their lives in one place. They've never traveled elsewhere. They simply don't know where to go. They only do so when this situation is no longer tenable, when really there's no other option. And this is the humanitarian situation right now in that area, very dire. You have people who decided to stay as well. Often if it is to stay with those of the people who cannot leave, so the families of people with disabilities, with elderly people, but we see that the situation is very dire there at the moment.